Hey there, YouTube. Scott, also known as ISU Guy 2011 here. Just figured I'd get on here and share some of my collection. I'd been on YouTube a month or two ago, just looking at box breaks, getting an idea of what different products look like, for cards and stuff. It's kind of a way I decide which ones I like the looks of and which ones I want to buy. But started looking at some people's 49ers collections, and that happens to be my primary PC as well, and started jumping from video to video, and started finding these guys who are in these card collecting communities on YouTube, and I thought that was pretty cool. It's a way to share my collection outside of the confines of the room that I keep it in, and outside of just my local card shop, and figured I'd get in on it too. And the guys that I kind of started watching first, I ran into Bart at 49ers Corner, then from there Troy at Packers Corner, and from there on and on and on to a bunch of other guys. I subbed to a few of them, and then deciding, maybe I should start posting my own stuff as well and start subbing to more guys as I get to know them. But I figure I'll just start off and show off a little bit of my personal collection in my first video here. I'm actually going to start with some baseball stuff. I have a small baseball collection, primarily Twins. Uh, and I don't have hardly any cards in it. I actually only have one card in my baseball collection. The rest is memorabilia. The reason for that is that if I add baseball cards on top of football cards, that's just that's a lot of stuff to collect, and that's a lot of money. I'm not too far out of college, so I'm not making the big bucks yet. So I try and keep it rather tame on the baseball side. I'll just get a piece of memorabilia every couple, 2, 3 months or so. But figure I'll start by showing that. And I do have one baseball card in my collection. I'll start off by showing that. It's a Kirby Puckett autograph. There we go, that side has less glare. Kirby Puckett autograph card. It's PSA DNA, has a Mint 9 on it. You can see that. This card was actually gifted to me by my best friend, who he doesn't collect at all. And he just happened to run across it and picked it up and got it for me for my birthday one year, and it was just crazy. He blew me away with it. It was just, I mean, awesome, awesome gift to get, and still the only baseball card in my collection. But I mean, I had to hang on to it and have a prime spot in my where I display it in my room, just because it's awesome card, Plus, my buddy gave it to me, so I got that connection there to it as well. But I mean, if I was going to have one baseball card, I couldn't ask for a much better card than that. Being a Twins fan, that's pretty darn good. The other primary thing I like to do in baseball is actually collect baseballs, autographed baseballs. Um, Here I got a Justin Morneau. He's my favorite of the current Twins players. He's, I mean, former All-Star and former MVP. Unfortunately, had some injuries there that kind of derailed his career for a while, and he's still working on trying to get that power back. He has like 2 home runs this year so far. He's pretty down, but he's a heck of a player and an MVP candidate. A couple years while he was before he got hurt there, but still my favorite Twin currently. The main thing I like to collect is Twins Hall of Famers, guys in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Here I got a Bert Blyleven, famous Twins pitcher, went in the Hall of Fame in 2011, also known as a Twins color commentator on their television broadcasts, one of which I'll be watching. I got about half an hour here until the game starts, playing the White Sox tonight. These next two guys, they were before my time. I mean, I'm only 25. I'm not all that old, but I didn't really get to see these guys play, but I've watched a lot of older footage and have a lot of publications from the Twins and stuff that I've read about them in. And nonetheless, I like the history of teams. And even with the 49ers, I started watching, during Montana transitioning into Young and then for Rice and all that. But I still like to look back at, your Joe the Jet Perrys and your Leo Nomolinis and Y.A. Tittle and all of them. I like the history. But here, I got a Rod Carew Inscribed Hall of Fame 91. That guy, I mean, he was a heck of a ball player. He's 7-time American League batting champion, I believe, something like that. I mean, that's just nuts. That's just awesome. That's a heck of a career. And then this one is my favorite. He's my favorite Twins player, once again, even though I never got to see him play. The best Twin slugger ever, Harmon Killebrew. And also one of my favorite autographs. And out of all my football and baseball, that's one of my favorite autographs. He just had a very nice, clean, beautiful autograph. He inscribed it 573 home runs. I mean, this guy could hit the ball a mile. It's just crazy. I have some old footage of a show called Home Run Derby that aired back in 1959, 1960, that time frame, where they just have two guys that square off against each other each week, and have some footage of Killebrew on those. You know, it's pretty cool to see him up there hitting against, you know, the Mickey Mantles and Willie Mays and Hank Aaron's and stuff. But then one last item I'll show from my baseball collection for now. I thought this thing was pretty sweet when I got it. I still think it's pretty cool, but now I've found out that, you know, they're not as rare as I thought. But I came across this auction one time for this base here. It's a first base. Nice game used. You can see it's nice and dirty there. At first glance, it's something that normally I wouldn't like because it is the New York Yankees. It's out of New Yankee Stadium. It's from 2010. I despise the Yankees. Part of it's just because they're the Yankees. The other part is they just kill the Twins. They just, I mean, the Twins always get, if we even make it to the playoffs, we just pretty much go home because we get swept by the Yankees in the very first round. But nonetheless, this bag, the reason I bought it is because it is from the date, other side here, May 16th, 2010. That happened to be a game where the Twins finally overcame their struggles against the Yankees in New York, and Jason Kubel hit a walk-off. Well, it wasn't a walk-off because, I mean, we're the away team, but either way, he hit a grand slam off of Mariano Rivera to win the game. So, that, I mean, it has a pretty good tie to it. It is from Yankee Stadium, but it's from when the Twins actually beat them in Yankee Stadium. So that's kind of the highlights of my baseball collection. I'll get into football another time since that's my primary. But yeah, so 49ers, Twins, and then Iowa State Cyclones. Those are my primary collections. But I have a couple boxes of cards coming in here soon, so I'll maybe do a box break or something for my next video. But yeah, thanks for watching my video if you're out there, and please subscribe. If you know other guys in the card collecting community, tell them about me too, and let me know about them. I like to go watch your videos, their videos, see what some other people's collections look like out there. So thanks. This is Scott, ISU Guy 2011. Catch you all later.